My name is Pacha, the morning show every day, the Mega New York. Tonight the show 7 and 8, el Pacha Oficiali, every Saturday, Dominican Republic, the show the TV, and 2 and 4.
Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Rodríguez, CEO de Canal América. Hemos visto interesante cómo
Do you have any space available or how the people can do for the people that have a small business to be there that day?
Sorry.
Or you will have it?
We might not allow people to use the bike 24 hours, so let's continue using not only city bike, by scooter, and those of you who want, buy your bike. You know, and help me more to people to know that I'm not telling people give you car. I'm telling people share. Una pregunta más. I'm going to be taking 1, 2, 3 y la voy a dejar ahí. They don't have it anymore. So some restaurant owners, they have decided that they don't need it. We also DOT, we are doing dozens of, thousand of inspections, and we look for the quality of life. So I think that now as a program, we hope that will be, good conversation with the city council.
Dios te bendiga, te invito a suscribirte en Farándula Radio Shop para que le puedas dar like, que te puedas suscribir a nuestro canal para que puedas recibir todas las informaciones de un grupo de gente que no tiene enemigos a nadie y tiene amigos a todo el mundo. Dios te bendiga.
Because you need the bike lane. Cirilo say you destroy my businesses, right?
Oh my God.
So what we have seen is, and then people say the fire truck and me moving. The bike lane is there. The problem is not the bike lane. The problem is whoever goes to the bakery and do a triple parking. No double parking. So we just have to understand that part. 350 square mile, not thousand, 350 square mile in the city belong to all. You had a car, you had a good air condition, you had a good heat during the winter, and you can listen to a good music. Think about when you are not a driver. Think about when your cousin is a pedestrian. Think about your neighbor is riding a bike. They had the right side too when I had a car. So this is what it is. New York City is the leading one in the nation with more New Yorkers using bike and more New Yorkers walking. I just want to be sure that the working class community is not, in the middle class, is not left out. Because all the investment to build protected bike lane, and the bike lane was made in the past in downtown Manhattan, downtown Brooklyn, and the Bronx, and Long Island City. Now we are saying the working class community also deserve to have a space where to walk, where to gather, and where to ride the bike.
Dear Commissioner, this is Elsa from World Journal, the largest Chinese language media here. The Chinese community here really care about the reopening of Park Road. Could you please share your plan of reopening it, or under what circumstances do you feel there's a possibility of reopening it? Thank you.
If you don't mind, can we?
Vizion for the Epoch Times Chinese language edition. Thank you for having me. So the DOT will have a 3 days public workshop in Lower Manhattan, including Chinatown and Brooklyn Bridge. It's regarding reopening the Park Road, and especially the long-term and short-term development of Park Road. So following the last reporter's question, does the DOT will the DOT reopen Park Road instead of physically reopen Park Road from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Because neighborhood in Chinatown, they are really curious about what's the plan from the DOT regarding fully reopening the Park Road.
Yeah. So we understand how important is that area for the members of the Chinatown community and for many New Yorkers and visitors who walk in that area. So I said, let me follow with you with more details. We are committed to continue working with the leadership in the Chinatown. Our friend Winnie here, she's the liaison between Mayor Ydanis and the Chinatown community. So let me check with my team and we'll get back to you with more detail.
Commissioner.
I am J.R. Ydanis from the Reset Talk Show. I want to piggyback on his point, and I want to speak to what you said. Our talk show reaches over 1 million people. Plus, we just partnered with 93.5 FM, which is another 2 million people. We're inviting you to come to our platform once a month, just like the mayor, just like the health commissioner, just like the congresswoman, the many congresswomen, and speak to the people directly, because this is what we want. But like the ads that are airing, we could use our voice, but we also need the ads to make it work. We need to really collaborate, because what we do is diversity. Our platform, once you come, you'll see what I'm talking about. So it's important that we collaborate at every level, and you also try to reach out to the different print media, radio, TV, and make yourself present. I would definitely reach out to Jose and Shimon to have
All the
you.
members, in our team. And one of the good things that I say that, when I got this opportunity to be a commissioner appointed by mayor starting in January 2nd, 2022, it was that, I inherit a good leadership team. So I think that I definitely appreciate, and that's what and again, for me it's important, again, having those opportunities, and I appreciate, again, any, educating the viewers, educating the listener, educating individuals on reducing the way of how they drive. I'm not popular in my own family. Okay? Even in my own family, I got some people say, oh, I got this ticket. For me, it's about my brother. Tell me, are you a 25? So I think that sometimes, I will go, and I appreciate that platform, but and we will do that. We will coordinate people.
I invited my radio station. By the way,
Sorry, bro.
yes, it's okay.
Give me 1 second.
Business in my area where my radio station is. By the way, I'm from Radio Soleil, the Haitian radio station here. There were about 12, 15 business people there. They were all of the opinion that this carving out of spaces for bikes is parallels the gentrification of Brooklyn. Basically, the local community, the ethnic people here are being displaced by big money people, and new faces are coming in. So we all understand the value associated with the health aspect of it, but I'm telling you, they were all of the opinion that this goes at the same time that there is a major gentrification process going on. So you have your work cut out for you to convince them that may not be the case. That's what I said at the beginning, that I learned a lot that I didn't know yesterday. And had I known that, I would have been better placed to talk to them. So you have the Vision Zero campaign, you have the summer campaign. I think you should envision a campaign to really, because a lot of people, they're seeing it that way. They're seeing that there's gentrification, people are being displaced, pushed out, and at the same time, space is being carved out for bikes. You said it yourself that that was at one time, that was for the elite in Manhattan. And that's what they're saying. The elite is coming to Brooklyn, and we are being displaced. So you have your work cut out for you in that sense.
First of all, I appreciate it, and I know that, being also in a radio station, with the mayor and Ingrid and the assembly member Bishop and others, when Haiti was hit by earthquake, that, you have decades, and that's what I said before. For someone, they only see one body, but for me, I know how respected you are as any members of different community. You are sitting back there. So that's what it is. We have a lot of work to do. And that's what I say, this is a conversation that is more than a one-day thing. It's more than the commissioner wants to be in a TV having a photo. For me, it's about a decade from now. What is the legacy that we're gonna be living in our city? And what I say is, like, you and I that come from the beautiful island, Hispaniola, we know that, if you are a politician and you go to some places in Latin America, you have to be driving with 5 people.
Manhattan, New York. I'm representing Ydanis TV, MundoAlDia.net, and Buena Noche from Dominican Republic. My question is, I know last year with the or you did the summer street. One day was for free. We have 1,000 city bikes on the city, right? So I want to know how much we need to pay this year, if we're gonna have some dates for free, or what we have to do about it. Mi nombre es Ydanis, perdón. Represento Ydanis TV, mundoaldia.net y buenas noches desde República Dominicana. Mi pregunta es acerca del precio que vamos a pagar por las bicicletas y si vamos a tener días gratis en el verano.
Por ahora no. Dame un segundito, espérame. Ese es mi hermano. Andy, dame solo mirar la foto. Miren qué bello, la Car Free Day. Como tú señalas, en Car Free Day nosotros logramos convertirlo en un evento como todos los proyectos. Este proyecto está muy en el corazón de nosotros, porque el Car Free Day lo comenzamos en Washington Heights. Y la primera vez que lo hicimos, nada más tuvimos permiso para cerrar Wasburg, de la 175 a la 177, y cerrar Broadway desde la 14 a la 23. El año pasado cerramos, y los últimos años, San Nicolás, desde la 181 a la 190, Dykeman desde Broadway hasta el río, y en todos los condados, en el Bronx, en Queens, en Brooklyn, en Staten Island. Entonces, esto lo comenzamos muy City Bike, es parte de lo que nos ayudan. Entonces, en el caso específico con Car Free Earth Day. Summer Street no es todavía parte porque es la primera vez que lo estamos expandiendo. Hopefully en el futuro podemos mirar esa parte también. Pero, how much is the yearly membership or City Bike? 186?
It's 169.
169 a year. So, una sí, de nuevo, para Car Free Earth Day que tuvimos el City Bike gratis. Summer Street no está incluido porque es algo nuevo esta expansión. Pero le recomiendo a nuestra gente que usemos el City Bike. Es más, yo invito a la gente mía que el sábado, todo el mundo que está aquí, que son para allá, vamos a montar bicicleta juntos, ¿lleno? Así que I'm going to be inviting my Northern Manhattan friends to ride back together, you know, so and anyone that would like to go and enjoy Northern Manhattan. But, sí, exacto, entonces estamos aquí compartiendo su colega periodista. Al año, la membresía de City Bike cuesta $169. Una tarifa de 3 días 24, una tarifa 24 horas 12 y un single ride $3. Pero ayúdenos también ustedes a que la gente sepa que los residentes de Naicha tienen un descuento grande también para ellos usar el City Bike. So the question was, you know, about the City Bike. What I was explaining about City Bike for years, they've been providing a free City Bike on Car Free Earth Day. They did it this year, they did it the year before. I just took advantage to explain a little bit on the Car Free Day to share with everyone how deep in my heart is this, because I started this idea when I was a council member. So the first time I was able to close 2 blocks in Northern Manhattan and then brought it from 23 to 14th Street. Last year, and before I left, and I also was able in the last year, I don't know if Thomas was already on board, you know, Rosenberg was, but Mayor Allen closed a block near Brooklyn Borough Hall as part of the Car Free Day when he was the borough president when I was a council member. This year already, Car Free Day is big, 5 borough, City Bike being hopping, not permanent, but this year they also provide a free City Bike, but this is only for the Car Free Day. And what I should not allow people to use the bike 24 hours, so let's continue using not only City Bike, but scooter, and those of you who want, buy your bike. You know, and help me more to people to know that I'm not telling people give you car. I'm telling people share. Una pregunta más. I'm going to be taking 1, 2, 3 y la voy a dejar ahí.
The McGuinness Boulevard, but I guess you already answered that question. You know that I am a kayaker at the North Brooklyn Community Boat House in that area, and our membership only talk about the McGuinness. It's a big issue. But since you mentioned at the beginning of this conversation the importance of deliveristas, I'd like to ask you something. Every time we see more and more deliveristas in the streets of New York, especially in Queens, riding at more than 25 miles per hour. They go on the sidewalk and they are not wearing a helmet, which is against the law. Is the city going to educate them? Because the ethnic media can be used just for that.
Yeah, I question, but for the meanwhile, try to see if you also can get the click that we have with the whole commissioner and myself educating the site. I think is, Nick, try to see if you can get it. If it's on the link that we can also play it then. So, sí, we are, tenemos conciencia de, we have, the question is about, some of the, not only the Liberita, because I don't want to single them out. A lot of people. It's about the use of sidewalk. And as I said, sometimes there's problem that we have in our life that we don't want to see, right? Someone calls, something happened in family, myself, family member, you don't want that problem. I feel that what we know is going on right now with the numbers of cyclists that we have in the street is something that is good, because when people ride a bike, it's better for the environment. We have all the solution, but when we walk, I had a friend of mine. I'm not preaching because I'm the guy having a TA member. I get to see. I don't know about you, but sometimes when you say, this day I walk these 40 blocks, how do you feel after you take a shower? Feel better, right? And sometimes we work in a place that we don't move. And that's not good for us. So yeah, the city is, as I said, some group, New Yorkers and visitors, they have seen it. They use it. And we, the one dying in larger number, dying younger because of asthma and obesity, we're fighting back on that. And it's about no. Again, you want to have a car? No, I don't say word to the car. But get used to riding bike, walking in the street, having pedestrian plaza, having open street, having an open restaurant. Is we have to work together. We have to share the space. The restaurant only have to take care of the quality of life. We have to be sure that they continue being a space for the vehicle to move. But our priority to share the space. So yeah, Javier, there's a challenge that we have. It is illegal to ride a bike in the sidewalk. As it is mandated that children under 13 must have a helmet. But what we are doing is also doing our educational part. I'm working with the Commissioner of the Health Department in a short video. This we put in the social media.
We have very strong media, whether it's radio or newspapers. Send us regular press updates, what you're doing. We're also going to the street to talk to the common man, but your department has also to communicate through us. So come to our radio, send your bikes, send press releases, send updates. Like Famo sends us from the mayor's office, constantly we get his opinion. We need from your department also. Thank you.
Thank you. And there's going to be very soon someone that his job responsibility is going to be that person that will be the one send you the release, send you the audio and everything that we do. The portfolio that they have is big. They cover a lot of things, and even the Summer Street to my doing a lot of work. And I'm proud of the great team that I have. But very soon there's going to be someone that the only responsibility is going to be that person. I'm going to be working with you directly, send you the release, send you the clips, and
this opportunity for the community ethnic media. I'm Ozzy Heyman with Davidson Media, which is Davidson Radio, the largest Russian language radio station outside of Russia, and also with RTN, Russian Television Network of America. My question is how to run this thing. No, all kidding aside, you did mention briefly seniors in your discussion today. A growing percentage of New York City's population are senior citizens. Could you briefly just highlight some of the initiatives DOT is taking to protect the seniors, pedestrians, crossing. It's a concern of a lot of our audience.
I want to highlight to you that as I share the good news about how DOT, for the first time last year, we got 21% increase, 21%, we brought the numbers up 21% for NWBE. For the first time also DOT, we have a great Russian American who also is in charge of the division of DOT that is responsible for the roadway. So everything that is related to run a division of 1,500 men and women that produce 50% of the asphalt, that is responsible to resurface the street, is run by the great Sister Arena, who is a great Russian American also, that has a deputy director who is a great brother Afro-American. So what we have seen is about an agency that is going through changes, again, not only providing opportunity for the WBE, but also turning itself as an agency that the leadership is reflecting what New York City is, a place that we all come from different parts of the world. We are born with some tough condition, but a large number of New Yorkers also end up being with disability if they are so lucky to live enough. So it's a matter of time when someone who turn old, like we hope that we will have this opportunity, will also have to rely on the support to move around. So we take that on the Mayor Allen, leadership very seriously. Okay, sorry. Short because I'm gonna film it. I have to go up.
Ok, buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Rodríguez, CEO de Canal América. Hemos visto interesante cómo la ciudad ha ido tocándose más verde. Esto es algo que no hemos visto en otra administración. Y la pregunta que quiero hacerte, Ydanis, esta iniciativa ha surgido porque han visto una ciudad modelo o un país modelo que lo haya estado haciendo y ustedes han visto los resultados, o es una iniciativa que ustedes han proyectado en base a lo que quieren hacer en el futuro?
Una combinación. The question is is the thing that we are doing the OT the result of thing that we are looking at other places? So I think it's a combination of both. As I say, this is the only developed city, right? And we are all witness that have been built in the last few centuries with people that we all come from different parts of the world. So this is a city that we all have some connection with Europe, with Africa, with Latin America, and Asia. So it's not only that agency, they go to these places and send people to learn, but there's a connection. See, as I said, 30% of New York have been born and raised in another country. And the other 70% has someone in their family that came here centuries or decades ago. So New York City in the 2010, for the first time in 2010, New York City created a street design manual. In that manual, the city brought a group of people together to put some ideas about a design for our street that we wanted to build. Most of the photo in that manual was photo of all the city that we wanted to look like, 2010. 2020, and we did an exhibition last year at Fordham University because we passed a bill, myself as a council member, in 2014, that mandate DOT to upgrade the street design manual. So now,
primero. No problem, it's fine. It's good, thank you. ¿En inglés o Spanish? Hi, how are you? Freddy Aria, te amo. My name is Pacha, the morning show every day, the Mega New York. Tonight, the show 7 and 8, el Pacha Oficial, every Saturday, Dominican Republic, the show, the TV, and 2 and 4. Se me acabó el inglés, Freddy. Se fue el español. Yo estoy feliz. Feliz porque fui testigo de la oposición al ver la dinámica y la lucha de concientizar a una población neoyorquina que está adaptada a la comodidad que es manejar su vehículo. Yo que vivo en New Jersey y vengo todos los días a Nueva York. Es un trabajo de tiempo de concientizar a una población. Además que una inquietud es felicitar a Ydanis Rodríguez por el trabajo, la dedicación. Esto no es de un día para otro. Y ver a Carbucia, ver a Freddy Arias, ver a mi hermano José Samboy, ver tanta gente valiosa, César Romero, Fresa Torres, Luis Antonio Valera. Aquí está la crema innata de la comunicación, Andy Sala de Nueva York. Y si cada uno de nosotros tratamos de, no solamente porque esta actividad en diferentes condados, cada cierto tiempo una promo permanente, porque esto es un trabajo de tiempo, esto no es un día para otro. Cuando Ydanis tuvo la iniciativa de las bicicletas en el área de Diamond, querían matarlo, pedían su cuello. Y hoy por hoy hay un uso de bicicleta y es una fórmula de cómo hacerle saber a la gente que necesitamos salud, necesitamos combatir el medio ambiente. Pero esto es un trabajo de concientización y de tiempo. Más que una pregunta y una inquietud, de felicitar y pedir un fuerte aplauso para este gran líder, este gran dominicano, Ydanis Rodríguez, por tu trabajo, dedicación, entrega. Veo que no aplaudieron mucho. Vamos a aplaudir a Ydanis Rodríguez, que lo merece. El trabajo eficiente de ese hombre es muy valioso. Ydanis, te amo, te felicito y qué bueno candidato.
One and two here, sorry for it.
From Singapore Chinese newspaper. So you just mentioned about.
Listen, please.
So you just mentioned about the effort that DOT has been has been done for helping people biking safely. But my question is actually about is there any possible actions from DOT to regards to the reckless biking? Because I've been covering public safety in the past few years, and I also attend NYPD community meetings. So one of the issues community keeps mentioning about is their concerns about reckless biking in their community, and they feel unsafe to go to the street. And this issue, I know you have sent out representatives to attend the meetings, and I met them multiple times, and I'm just wondering, is there any possible actual solutions for reducing the reckless biking from DOT?
Yeah, so as I said before, the answer is yes. For us, we want to send a message loud and clear. And New York City doesn't allow reckless drivers, as we don't allow drivers of car, but also reckless cyclists. So we just want to be sure that we understand that as we are seeing a growing of the population, or more New Yorkers getting into the cycle, I want to continue seeing more New Yorkers to get using the bike, but I also want to be clear that they know, one, that they cannot be being reckless, that they cannot be using their electric or regular bike in the sidewalk. That is not acceptable. So we do it.
Queens. So the busway from Sutphin Boulevard to 168th Street has limited passenger vehicles access to the businesses along Jamaica Avenue. And those businesses have written to us and they've told us that they're suffering as a result. They're not having as many customers as they did before. So my question is, does the DOT have any plans to bring relief to these businesses?
I enjoy to be, as you know, the mayor said that when I asked a question about how do you feel, especially those days that he's on the attack. And he said, I enjoy every day to be a mayor because I would love to do what I do. So as a commissioner of DOT, I enjoy to be part of this conversation because we know how important it is for us to support the business community, top priority for Mayor Ydanis. But also we work together with SBS to look at the data. So when someone come and say, there was a busway and the selling went down, then we check with SBS to see how accurate are those numbers. Because if we have to make some adjustment, we always open to look at it. But also we want for everyone to know that anyone that have a multi-service, that has a bakery store, that have some businesses, those who use the buses, they also get up in that station, in that street, and they go and buy.
Y unirme también a lo del Pachá, felicitar a Ydanis, a todo el equipo, porque New York City por primera vez está teniendo una iniciativa que va a ayudar no solamente al transporte, o está ayudando, sino también a nuestra salud. Y me gustaría, Ydanis, que para las personas que están grabando ahora, para nuestro medio, se pueda hacer un incentivo a los neoyorquinos a usar las bicicletas, a caminar, porque vamos a cuidar el medio ambiente y también nuestra salud. Una vez más, felicidades.
Gracias. Gracias, Jackie. Sí, y dos cosas con lo que estamos haciendo. Esto, de nuevo, y me refiero a la bicicleta, esto es una imagen que no es, usted sabe que eso es real. Usted sabe la noticia cuando ustedes miran recientemente, años atrás, una madre cruzando la calle con su niña en la 116 y Primera Avenida. Y no son escenarios que ocurren, son historias que pasan todos los días. Es un camión que iba rápido y chocó a un ciclista. Como yo le digo a todos los sectores, tú no tienes que ser ciclista, tú no tienes que ser una persona que camina todo el tiempo para un día ser testigo de una imagen de una familia que perdió un ser querido. Lo lamentable de esto es que solamente cuando le pase en el momento es que la gente tiene reacción. Cuando los dos jóvenes fueron atropellados en Sherman y la 207, un muchacho que venía a trabajar de pelar en su salón muy famoso, y vimos la imagen levantando la mano, y esas dos personas, ese carro vino y lo arrancó la vida en la madrugada. Tú puedes estar seguro, yo fui luego a visitar su familia. Tú puedes estar seguro que esos miembros de la comunidad que estaban pidiendo por rediseñar a Sherman, nunca pensaron que ellos iban a hablar sobre eso. Entonces lo que nosotros tenemos que tener conciencia es que las imágenes de personas que mueren atropellados son reales. Que aunque usted sea un chofer, en algún momento usted es un peatón. En algún momento usted está en una bicicleta. En algún momento un tío suyo estaba en otro lugar. My message is, and I'm closing with Dick, and thank you my team for allowing me to think a little bit more, is that the images here is real. This is an epidemic that Mayor Eric Adams, my soul, and the whole team is committed to eradicate. COVID is over, but the 259 people who died in crashes are not over. And every day there's a hole. Even some people say, no, I don't have problem with cycling, but then we go to the BAT, and the whole conversation is about why we are taking all this part from us, why we are redesigning X and Y. No, you don't understand that we share the street. That in 2022, we lost 259 individuals. You know who they are? They're children. They're senior citizens. They're black. They're Jewish. They're Caucasian. They're black. They're Latino. They're Asian. They're upper class. They're middle class. And they're lower class. And at some point, that news will come to your neighborhood or to your family. Yep. So let's be part of this movement to save life. Even at some time has to be living some inconvenience. Now it will take it for you 3 more minutes for you to move in this avenue so that you get more space to the bus to move. That you in a good summer listening to the good music, hip hop, merengue, the music for a country. You are inside a car, very comfortable, and some people are waiting for the buses there. So this is about let's work together. And with the cycling jacket, yes, I think that, and I committed Nick and the rest. I know through Eddie, Jackie always being offered for me to go there. So I'm committed to make that happen in the next 2 or 3 weeks to go and record it. And yes, let's take the invitation that she made. Everyone, let's help to educate all New Yorkers and visitors how important it is to share the street. Don't quote me in any line saying that the commissioner says that he doesn't like cars.